Hello. We are going to another Omega raid. It is the first fight for the last tier, the Alphascape tier. So we're going to Alphascape 1. This is the 9th fight total in the Omega raid series. We're fighting this too. Also, if you hear dogs, there are a bunch of dogs outside barking right now for some reason. So this fight's gonna have a bunch of like different elemental type things, and apparently it can change the like the order they come out can change, but from the runs that I did, I saw most of the mechanics, so hopefully it'll cover everything. Alright, this thing, Chaotic Dispersion, he's like gearing up with his arm stuff. This is gonna be a tank buster. Alright. Here we have Latitudinal Implosion. It can be this one, or it can be Longitudinal Implosion, okay? I don't know if you are good at those geological, I don't even know the word, like coordinate type thingies, but I'm not good at them. And so I'm just like, okay, so it's this one, so I'll go to the safe spot. Okay, so and then after that, the safe spot is gonna show a telegraph of the next hit. You just wait until the first one goes off, and then you move over. I actually did look it up, and so if you're curious, like, you know, I'm mostly just sassing myself at this point, but if you are curious, before I lose the memory of this information, latitude is west and east, okay? And longitude is north and south. And I guess very quickly, maybe like if you think latitude, you can think of someone's like lats, you know, like a person has like their latissimus dorsi muscles. It goes like on the sides and the back like that. And then maybe like longitude is like a person standing, and this is north and this is south, and like you're longer. People are generally longer than they are wide, so there you go. I hope that's useful to remember. So when it's latitudinal, then it's gonna be the wide side, even though technically this is all square. The wide side, and so that's gonna be west and east. And if it's longitudinal, the longitude one is gonna be from your head to your toe. So that's north and south. Alright, moving on. For everybody else, just look at the AoE on the ground and avoid it. Okay, moving on. Inferno, here we've got donut AoE, okay. It clears off the rest of the stage, but we've got this center that's safe, so you want to stay inside. Okay. We all get hit with the big raid right, as you can see. And then we've got this thingy called entropy. And so everybody has this entropy thing, right? And depending on what your countdown says will depend on when your entropy thingy goes off. And so here we have 4 people with target markers, okay? I'm one of them. And so after my thing goes, my debuff counts down, mine will explode. Okay, so watch, it explodes, okay? And so now all the people's who's exploded. So right now there's 2 of us that are exploded, right? So 2 people are, oh, it's not this one, but like this one, CA. So me, CA goes off first and then mine, and it looks like the other tank and then this other person. And then, you know, I'll just play it out and then I'll talk about it. We'll just play it out. Or else it won't really make sense. So we all got hit with a raid wave. We all have entropy. 4 people have the AoE thing, and then they go off in sequence. See? And then the next 4 people get theirs, and then it goes off in sequence. It doesn't happen all at the same time. You can see the ripple effect. Like it goes here. Yeah, it looks like it actually went here, 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 here. We just happen to be in this configuration. Okay. And so that means that our entropy things, our countdown, happen to be like a second after each other or something like that. And then so now it looks like the DPS ones go off. It's not always going to be in that order, I don't think. I don't actually know. But it does seem like it's grouped up by tanks and healers and then by DPS. Okay. After that, we get 2 stack markers. Okay, so you don't want to stack these 2 together. You need to separate them, or else everyone will die, basically, because you don't want to take 2 hits of this. So we're spreading out to the sides, and then immediately after, see, like when you get hit with one, you get this magic vulnerability up, and so if you were stacked up together, then like you take 1 hit and then you take the other hit, and then so you can die like that. After the first set of stack markers, we get another set on somebody else, 2 other people, and so those 2 other people need to like spread out. So it happened to be that this group got the next stack marker and this group got the other stack marker, so that's fine. But if you were in the same group, you need to spread out. Okay. Okay, and now here we've got this big bin. We got AoEs on the ground. Ooh, he kind of like he like leans back for that. Oh, it looks like, okay, if you get hit by that, you get tossed in the air and you take a lot of damage. Okay, here we've got a bunch of orbs. The first set of orbs go off, and then the next set of orbs go off. Oh, well, no, wait. It's not that the orbs go off, but like... First set of AoEs you can see. Okay, so you want to stay in the safe spot. And then the next set of AoEs will... it's kind of like diagonal this time. They'll overlap them. So you have some time to get into the next safe spot. Just remember where the first one was and just don't walk into that one. And so I saw one that was like behind me. By default, if you can, always try to find a safe spot from both of them, right? So like here's safe, here's safe, here's safe. But if you don't manage to find one that is safe from both of them, then you can just wait here and then wait for the first one to blow up and then you walk into it. But in this instance, even with the second set overlapping, I saw that there was some safe spots, so I went to those. Okay. So that's the fire section. Alright, let's see the situation over here in this run. So yeah, from what I've read, so this is the tank buster. Depending on whatever elemental attack the boss does after this tank buster will determine what order of mechanics you get or something like that. So, not this one, but... Oh, hey, look, this is the longitudinal one. Remember I said north and south because this is like the person? Hey, you guys. Hey. What's up? You know? Because they're longer than they are wide. Okay, so there's that. And then these are the lats, you know? From someone's back. Okay, so go to the safe spot and then and then wait for the first one to blow up and then go to the next one. Okay, so he does Inferno, so this is the same sequence as the other one. So we're gonna get hit with a raid wide, and then we're all gonna get the entropy thingy. And we have to stay in this circle so we don't take extra damage out here. Pretty sure you get burned. Okay, so the first AoE go off, second AoE spread out. The guy's stepping it. So cheeky. Okay, so you do get burned. Okay, you get a dot for that. So my AoE goes off. Okay, and then we have the stack markers. So we're gonna spread out for the stack markers. Okay, second set of stack markers. Okay, so in this instance, the people who happen to be stacking over here, 2 people in that group happen to get the next stack markers, so they need to spread out. I happen to be one of them, and everyone else ran to that one, so I was kind of by myself. Not just kind of, but I was. And so I was like, okay, well, the main tank's here, so I'm gonna try to run to the main tank, but then it hit, so that's what happens when you don't have anyone stacking. Okay, and take all the damage. It's fine. It's great for the guide. So make sure that you are spreading apart, definitely, just so you can save everybody. Like, you know, one person dying is better than the entire raid wiping. Okay, so the orbs are down. Watch for the very first set, and then watch for the second set and move into the safe spot. Also, while I was getting raised back, this thing happened. Okay, the AoEs that he does the back move on, so just make sure to dodge out of that. Oops. Okay, yeah, so this one, finding the safe spot. Good. Okay, and then that's it for the fire stuff. Alright, let's go back to this one. Okay, Cyclone. So we've got this AoE in the middle here. This one, when it goes off, we're gonna get all this wind stuff, right? So we take some raid wide damage, and if you're standing in this thing, you get wind burn as a dot, so damage over the time. However, we have this knockback mechanic here, and so you want to position yourself so you don't get knocked off the stage. So we're lining up against here, but if you don't stand at a good angle, there's a chance that you could get pushed like all the way off the stage. You can use your knockback prevention for this. So I had mine arm's length. You can use short cast, and that'd be fine. But yeah, see, this person got knocked back a bit. If they were just a little bit further this way, they could have gotten knocked back off the stage like that. So while this is happening, the boss will also do this move where he cleaves everything in front of him. Okay, oh, even all the way there. So, you know, watch out for that, and like, make sure to stand behind him. This cyclone thingy is kind of annoying. It's all up like in the middle of the stage, and so yeah, it is not good to stand in it because you get the dot. But honestly, if you need to just run through to dodge something else that's even bigger than the dot, I say it's fine to just run through it. Yeah, okay, so this is the tank buster. Okay, so here, see, I'm moving over here because then, like, if I get knocked back this way, there's more space because it's at the diagonal corner. If you want, though, you can just run into this thing, take the small dot, and then and that will be safe enough for you if you get knocked back in terms of distance. Okay, next we've got this knockdown thing with 2 people with flare markers, and they need to run away from people, or people need to run away from them. Okay, they were pretty close to each other, but I mean, they survived it. They're fine. Right after, though, where the thing happened, there's gonna be AoEs that drop, and then this big bang thing will go off. And so you gotta be careful not to be in that general area. Okay, now we've got this orb back here. There's also an orb over here. There will be a tether going out, and it will just attach to whoever is like touching it, and this can pass to anybody. And so I sprinted and I was like, let me take it from you. It's better if the tanks take it because you can see how much damage it can give people, right? Unfortunately, they were very adamant on running away with it, so I wasn't able to grab it from them. That's okay. I think the other... yeah, the main tank was able to grab the other one from the other person. So you can survive it as a non-tank, but it is a very heavy hit. Okay, alright, since we're moving on to the next one, let's catch up. I think it's the same one in this one too. If it's not, then I'll just finish going over the other one. Yeah, so this next one is Cyclone 2. So in this sequence, the elemental stuff happened to be in the same order, but like I said, apparently it can all happen in like different orders and stuff like that. Okay, so again, if you stand in the thing, you get this dot. You gotta watch out for the knockback. Boss will do a front cleave depending on wherever he's facing. Okay, so watch out for that. We did get hit with that raid wide when the cyclone came out, so a bit of healing here. Okay, chaotic dispersion is the tank buster. Knockback, you can use your knockback resistance or like arm signature cast. Yeah, wait. So here in this one, most people did just decide to run in the thing. And they got their windburn thing, but it was preferable to falling off, I guess. So, and no one fell off, so. Okay, but here we've got two people with the flare things. And so they separated them. That's cool, okay. And then they need to get out of the AoE real quick, or else they're gonna get hit with the thing. I think one thing that's tricky about this knockback is that if everyone is bunched up and they all end up going the same direction, then when you get the flare markers, it can be kind of a mess to like figure out who's running where. We managed it in this and it was fine, but you know, just little things. Okay, the orbs on the sides. So ideally the tanks will take them, but again, regular other people can take them and hopefully won't die. It's very close though. Okay. Okay, so when the boss jumps up and jumps back down, that's basically just like a phase change. Okay, so here, Bowels of Agony. Okay, we take a huge raid wipe, and everybody's health goes down to 1. And so having shields is nice, just in case. And people will get 1 debuff or like 1 color debuff, like dark blue, or the red one. Okay, so it's separated like that. Depending on which one you have will indicate what mechanic thingy you have next. Plagued by a chaotic body of water that will deal damage when the effect ends. Okay, so when the timer goes off, I'm going to have some sort of water attack thingy that happens around me. While this happens, while these this blue debuff and the red debuff are resolving, we have this dark crystal that we need to attack. So just be mindful of that. So the red one, people will have the little target icons and the AoEs here. Okay, so they'll need to spread out to not hit other people. And then, okay, so the red icons are done. And then see how I left 4 seconds left. Now it's the blue marker's turn, the blue debuff, and this is like a water move. And so basically everybody, instead of having like a circle AoE, which we're used to seeing, it's what the red debuff people have. The blue debuff people will have donut AoEs, okay? So these circle ones you're familiar with, right? You just get out of the way. The donut AoEs are just donuts. And so the best way to resolve this is for everybody to stack together. So then there's a clear spot together. And other people can, like, you know, stand outside too. That's fine. But once you kind of got your safe spot in the middle, just like stay like that. Wait for the thing to go off and then you can move. So it does take a little bit of coordination there. Okay. After we destroy the crystal and resolve all that stuff, we get this huge raid wide. It's dependent on how fast we did all this stuff. Or took down the crystal and things like that. Just like we've seen in other fights. Let's see that again. Okay, yeah, see. Oh, okay. So he was like somewhere else and then he jumped and then reset. So the other one, it wasn't just that he jumped up and went back down. He's resetting to the center. Okay, Vows of Agony. So this is like the other one where our health went all the way down to 1, and so healers need to make sure to get our health back up. Tanks and healers. It just so happens that the tanks and healers got the red one. Oh, sorry, the blue one. And then DPS happened to get the red one. I don't know if it's always like that, but just know there's a chance it could be the other way. But yeah, okay, so the crystal thingy will come out, and so red people with the AoE stuff just spread out, and then people with the donut can either stack up or just go really far away, and you want to stay in a clear spot. One more time. Circles just spread out like we're used to doing. Donuts either pile up together or just go far away so that people very clearly know where they go. Okay, taking down the dark crystal and then prepare for a big raid wide. Yo, nice. Okay. Oh look, he's got a little skull on his sternum. Okay, it's Tank Buster. Okay, this thingy, he turns around, faces a certain direction, and just everything in front of him will get cleaved. So make sure you're behind him. Again, I always like hang out at the side marker on the hitbox, and that helps me be able to like go to the front or back pretty easily. So just little tip there. Okay. Tsunami. Here we've got the sides of the stage filled with this purple stuff. And so that means our only safe spot is going to be in the center of the stage. So this water stuff goes off. We all get hit with a raid wide. And we get this debuff, dynamic fluid, plagued by a chaotic body of water that will deal damage. Okay, so we saw this before. So here, everybody has that, but only 4 people's goes off first. And so if we pile all together, then we'll have our safe spot. Okay, cool. And then the next set of people have the same one. And so you could just stay still, and then let all of it resolve. One person went out, that's fine. But, yeah. And then we're very close to the end here. But this mechanic, there's 2 flare markers, so you want to spread that out. Some people have one person go one way and the other person go this way, and everyone else stays in the center with the boss. But if you end up both going the same direction, there's a chance you could die. So, but typically you won't see go any further than that from what I can tell. Just because people's like gear is good these days, and this is an old fight. But yeah, you'll spread those flares apart. So this is a tank buster. Hey, watch out for that cleave. Okay, Tsunami. Yeah, in both these runs, the elemental thingies happen to be in the same order, so I don't know. I don't have good proof that it goes in whatever order. This little ghost just doing whatever, just running away from people, walking into things. Yeah, so if you step in one of these, you get a dropsy, so you don't want to do that. But yeah, so people will stay stacked together for the donut. Watch out, and then the next set goes off. Okay, and we have the flare markers, so we want to spread those out. Both of them are going the same direction. And we took some damage from that because they got a little close to us, but it's fine. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Like, after those flare markers, from what I can tell, it might do the same thing as, like, the cyclone thingy, where it turns into an AoE after the flare marker, and then that explodes, too. But, I mean, we've basically seen all the mechanics. Okay, so just, it's various variations of all those mechanics happening in this fight, in whatever order. I just happened to have 2 runs where they did basically the same thing. So... okay. Cool. Goodbye.